Okay.
So basically, like for our design project, we don't have like a clear or a bigger hypothesis, meaning a main hypothesis. We have like this small or just much more, what we call it, directed hypothesis, meaning like for instance, if I wanted to use this material, so I have to make a hypothesis that support this material. Is that it?
It depends. If your, let's say you want to design something, and then your ultimate aim whether to use, let's say, wood compared to composite, for example. So you make assumption. Your hypothesis is saying that wood is far better and superior in terms of the it will withstand certain testing, crash worthiness, and so on compared to composite. So you are make and you that is the hypothesis. So it has to be the of course you cannot have hypothesis for all the decision. It is the ultimate objective of the research. It is the end result. Okay, the end product. Okay, you it's not just one. For every single decision you make assumption and you come up with so many hypotheses, right? So but as I said, in certain thesis, student they have for example, they have 3 objective. Each one of the objective has its own hypothesis. That's also possible. Okay, so or there are cases the same 3 objective, you can just write one main hypothesis. So that is the main one. So I don't expect, but I would like you to try out to just to come out with one null hypothesis and one alternative hypothesis, because it's just the opposite, right? So basically, mainly you want to make sure the null hypothesis is the one that you intended to get the result. Like what Arif mentioned just now, he want to talk about the material. You want to choose which material is the best for his product. So you just put up the null hypothesis on the type of material. Meaning that, let's say you are going to conduct 3 type of tests that eventually will resulted in the composite, natural fiber composite is the best material for this product. Something like that. Okay, Arif?
Okay, Professor. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and anything else? Anybody would like to?
Prof, it's Martin.
Yes, Martin. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have a question. Before I submit a key chart, and this course assignment is connected to our dissertation. Yeah. But doctor asked me, said my project is so big. Before I want to design a mechanical claw. No. Doctor asked me if think my subject is so big, so I narrow my subject. No, I just focus on guided rail to make vertical mostly.
Guided rail, yeah. Okay.
Yes. But this course last assignment, the key chart I do, the key chart is based the mechanical claw, and the assignment 2, I need to redesign a key chart or just focus the key chart before do the problem statement, research objective, and the hypothesis. Okay. I need do a new key chart. Or...
Okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah. Basically, when you do, as I remind you earlier, key chart is not cast in stone, so it is evolving. So I do expect you to update the K chart. The first draft of K chart, just of course you have the first version, and then when you go throughout the course, and even when you finish your dissertation next semester, you will end up to have probably a totally different K chart. So it is an evolution. So the good thing is that you are now doing part A. You are doing part A dissertation, and I do expect that you need to revisit the K chart and try to redo. But for the sake of the assignment for this particular course, you do not have to redo it, but you can update it. You just submit the corresponding, for example, like I would like you to submit the problem statement, even though the K chart earlier you already submitted, it is talking about more broad case, but now you already zoom in. Okay, so you may want to focus on the zooming in, to focus on the guided rail problem, and then now what is the problem about it, and then you focus on that. Okay, you do, because later when I would like to all of you to submit the final assignment, which is the literature review paper. Okay, all of you need to resubmit back the updated version of KCHAT. Okay, so because I do expect.
Okay, Prof. I know.
Yeah, you get my point, Martin?
Yeah, I will still update.
Yes, but you do not have to submit.
I will
you just
update my key chart.
Okay, good.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prof.
Okay. Chia, is there any question?
Yeah, yes, Prof. No question actually.
No question.
Okay. Yes, I did not fully understanding what is meant in this class, so I just decided to revise this class tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't expect everybody to become an expert just by listening what I'm talking about, because because if in my case also is quite, because this is theory, the theoretical behind it. So the moment you sit down and try to to write the hypothesis, you may relook at the video that I will upload later on, or you also can also refer to other sources. You can try to Google and find out there are many definition and how to write hypotheses. Feel free to do that. But more importantly, I would like you to try to write the hypothesis according to the try not to write something totally different, from the K chart. For example, the K chart is talking about vertical farming. Suddenly, in the hypothesis is talking about monkeys. So, so it doesn't jive together. So try to make sure it is related. And because at the end of the day, when you want to do the review paper, of course, in the review paper doesn't have any hypothesis, right? But hypothesis normally comes into thesis, into your dissertation report. That's where just one statement of hypothesis is required. Okay, so later we will look at the end of the course. I will share with you the format of dissertation writing and so on. All right. Okay. If
I have two questions.
Yes, Papati.
One is I would like to clarify the flow of what we are doing. That we looked at title, and then we looked at problem statements, and then we moved on to objectives, and then research questions comes after that, and then only we create the hypothesis.
Yes, that's the flow. Okay.
My second question is, what's the difference between aims and objective? Is that two distinct difference between aims? Is it a must to have aims and also objective, or is either one?
Okay, thank you, Papati. So the first question is quite clear, meaning that you from the problem that the problem statement that you have already crafted, right? You come up with the objective. Okay, maybe I relate it to the second question as well. So the general objective, normally that is the aim. Some students or they will write the aim of this research is to design a portable a portable rice cooker. Okay, that is a general objective, the aim, the ultimate aim, right? And then the specific objective comes in later. Maybe number 1, number 2, and number 3. You want to design the using different material, the power supply, and the amount of, because you want to be portable, right? So it doesn't have to use a wireless or whatever. It can be remotely controlled and so on. So the aim is normally the general objective, and it is just one statement what you want to intend to research on, and then you come up with the research objective number 1, number 2, number 3, right? And it is supported by each research objective. The objective, it is supported by research questions. Research question, it is you have the 5W, the 1H, right? The 4W1H. So the what, the where, the when, and so on, until the how. So and then you come up with your hypothesis. Right? Hypothesis is the assumption, what's going to happen, right? So it depends on the topic of the interest, and later we will decide the scope. Once we have everything there, we have the scope. Is that clear, Parvati?
Also, scope comes after the hypothesis.
Yes. It's just saying that this is the limitation, the boundaries of the work being done, and it can be guided from the K chart actually. So some of you, I think I did commented. Some of you just do not specify which one the parameters that you are going to do, and then some of you only just limit to what you want to do. Basically, you have to write horizontally. You have to be exhaustive, even though you are not going to do all parameters. You have to write everything that is available according to the literature and according to the information that you have. Okay, so and then you focus on the certain specific things that you are going to focus in your research. That is meaning that the K chart can be used to indicate this is the scope of study. You are not going to do certain parameters. You are not going to do certain elements. You are going to focus on certain things. Okay, so keep on updating your K chart. Don't throw it away. So because it's going to be, I want you to resubmit later on together with your paper, because I will refer to your final K chart, and based on that, how you write your literature review, paragraph by paragraph, with whether you are following or you are not following the K chart. Because K chart can be updated. It can be you need to revise. Sometimes you put the elements in layer number 3, but in your paragraph suddenly you put in the second layer, so you have to change that. So why you change, why you want to talk about the types first, or you want to talk about the component and so on. So it depends on the narrative, the story that you want to tell the reader. All right. Okay.
So, let's say in objective, we combine 2 parameters and state one objective. So in research questions, can we split it into 2 questions?
Yes.
Okay.
As I highlighted just now, research one objective, you can have probably you can have 3 or 4 research questions. Okay, it doesn't have to be limited into one objective, one research question. Okay, it can be like that, or you can list down all the research question that you are going to investigate or you're going to prove in your study. And each of the research question, later on when you write your conclusion, it will help you to answer the objective. Okay, so later in the conclusion part, now we are moving into conclusion. let's say you have 3 objectives, you only have 3 conclusion in the conclusion section. So some student they write 10 conclusion. Basically the 10 conclusion they mistakenly took the research question answer, that some discussion become a conclusion, so which is wrong. And later on I will guide you on how to write a good conclusion. We will come to that stage later on.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay. All right. Anything else? So try to relook at this video later on. I don't expect you to understand straight away. Okay. And then try to maybe look at other sources as well and try to write it. I believe the second, I can't remember the due date for the second assignment. Is it next Friday, isn't it?
Yes, next Friday.
Next week?
25th. Yes, next week.
Okay, okay. So again, if you already have, you want to ask me, you want to send it first to me through WhatsApp, or I can, like before, I will comment and put up in the group WhatsApp. The reason I put in the group WhatsApp is basically for the other student to also learn. It's not trying to to make to show other people your mistake. Basically, your mistake maybe become a lesson to the rest. It's not something that I want to, you are doing mistake and then I want to show your mistake. So by doing that, other students won't do the same mistake. Okay, so I hope you don't mind. I do like that. So maybe you, but nobody tell me that, oh, Prof Rahim, please don't show my answer to the rest of my friends. Okay.
It's okay, Prof. We are learning.
Okay, yes.
Okay,
So
Prof.
at least by doing that, you can have a lot of example. All right. So to see, oh, this is correct, this is wrong, and then at the end of the day, I want everybody to be able to do it and to do the correct way. Okay. And then we have, instead of just having one K chart, now you have about 12 or 11 K chart altogether, right? It's just an exercise. Okay. So with that, if there's nothing else, feel free, if you have any other question, you can put in the YouTube comments, or you can put in a private message to me and we can discuss further. All right, with that, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.